Hi, I'm Megan Powell of the Essex Bridge Center. This video is the first in a series on talking through opening 1No, opening 2No trump, and all of the different pieces that a responder can put in place in the search for a major suit fit and how to react when no major suit fit can be found. So let's get started. So today, we're going to talk about the pieces that are required to open a 1No trump hand and a 2No trump hand. And then we're going to focus our efforts on responder's view in two different areas. The first area is a natural set of responses, and the second area is a review of Stayman. Now, most of you have already heard about Stayman and have practiced it at some point. There may be a few of you for whom this is new, but I'm hoping that we can put it all together for everybody as we walk through this. Let's get ourselves started with talking about how to open 1No trump and 2No trump hands. When we open either 1No or 2No, we are talking about holding an opening balanced hand, okay? And that means you don't have a 5-card major. You don't have any singletons or voids in your opening no trump hand. Maybe you have a suit that has 2 cards in it, a doubleton, but if so, only one of those kind of suits. Only one suit that would have as few as 2 cards. In fact, you have one of 3 balanced shapes when you open either 1No or 2No. Now, the most balanced you can be with 13 cards is 4 cards, then 3 cards, 3 cards, 3 cards. That's as flat, as even as you can be with 13 cards. The second most balanced shape in bridge is 4 cards, 4 cards, 3 cards, 2 cards. There's your doubleton. You're allowed to have one of those. The third balanced shape in bridge is the one everybody forgets about. When you open 1No trump, it's perfectly okay to have a 5-card minor suit as long as the 3 remaining suits are distributed as 3 cards, 3 cards, 2 cards. There's the doubleton again. With that kind of shape and the right point count, you want to open no trump. Okay, so now let's talk about holding a balanced hand and the different openings that you make with a balanced hand. So here's the first example I have for you. This is a 4-3-3-3 shape. And if you add up the high card points, you should come up to 14 points in this hand, right? So when we talk about the opener's priority list, it starts always with opening a major suit, 1 heart or 1 spade. But with your 12 to 20 points, you have to have a 5-card major suit. Well, you don't have that, right? The second thing you would do is look for the opening of 1No trump. And that's very specific. It is a balanced hand, and you have that here. But it is also 15, 16, or 17 high card points, and you don't have that here. You have 14 high card points with your balanced hand. If you cannot open 1 heart or 1 spade, and you cannot open 1No trump, with 12 to 20 points, you're going to open your longest minor suit. You have what we often refer to as no trump light. You have the balanced shape, but not the points for a no trump opening. You have 12, 13, or 14 high card points, fewer points than you need for a 1No trump opening. And so you would open your longest minor suit. And I will remind you that if your minor suits are equal length, in this case, they are 3 cards and 3 cards, you should open clubs with 3 cards and 3 cards. Open diamonds with 4 cards and 4 cards. Why? It helps your partner as we continue to move down the road and we absorb more and more information. When you open 1 diamond, you will almost always have at least 4 cards in that diamond suit. Your partner can use that information either in the auction while people are still bidding to put together where all the different shapes are, Well, if you have 4 diamonds, where are the rest of the diamonds? And your partner can use that in the play of the hand. Again, if you have promised at least 4 diamonds, then where are the rest of the diamonds as the hand is playing out? So with 3 cards and 3 cards, open 1 club, even if you like the diamonds better. And so I would open 1 club with this hand. Now, what if I tweak this particular hand a little bit? Looks the same, but I have swapped out a card. And now this hand has 16 high card points. I swapped the queen of clubs for the ace of clubs. Well, this is still a balanced hand. 4 cards, 3 cards, 3 cards, 3 cards. With 16 points, we fall into the 1 no trump opening range, 15, 16, 17 high card points, and a balanced hand. We would open 1 no trump. Now, the one that makes everybody a little frenzied is this one. Count the high card points. Because now you have 18 high card points. I've made yet another adjustment to the hand. You have 18 high card points, and you have a balanced hand. 4 cards, 3 cards, 3 cards, 3 cards. What do you want to open with this particular hand? Well, you're not going to open 1 heart or 1 spade. That would show 12 to 20, which you have, but it would also show a 5 card or longer major. You would not open 1 no trump. Your hand is too strong for that. You have too many points to open 1 no trump. You would be misleading your partner. When you open 1 no trump, you have 15, 16, or 17 high card points, not 14, not 18. So with 18 points and a balanced hand, you have to come up with a different opening bid. What would you open with this hand? And while it sounds counterintuitive, you're going to open your longest minor suit once again, just like with 12 to 14. You would open 1 club because you're 3-3 in the minors. You would open 1 club on this hand, and that doesn't feel like it's a strong enough bid, right? I know. But remember, when we make the first opening bid, we are always showing a very general picture of what our hand has. In fact, usually we're showing 12 to 20 high card points. That's a big range. It is the second bid by opener that helps define where in the 12 to 20 opener sits. So it's not the first bid that has to be the big, big, big bid unless you have a mega hand. The first bid is to get you started. It's the second bid that will show these 18 or 19 points. Now, what if one last time I gave you this hand and you counted the high card points now and you have 20 high card points? Well, a 2 no trump opener is either 20 or 21 high card points with a balanced hand. So if you look at this chart, you can see everything between 12 and 20 with a balanced hand. And in fact, it goes a little further than 20 because 20 or 21 is 2 no trump. What if you had more than 21 high card points? You would open that mega hand 2 club bid first, and then you'll find your way back to 2 no trump. And hopefully then we'll still find our way to a major suit. All right. So this is an important piece of information for you to understand how to open balanced hands based on your point range. All right. So now, when you open 1 no trump, you are giving your partner specific information. You're saying to partner, look, I know how much we love major suits, and I know that you would have preferred that I opened 1 heart or 1 spade to get us on the road for a major suit fit, but I didn't have a 5 card major, so I couldn't open 1 heart or 1 spade. Do we want to eventually get to a major suit? Yes, we would, if we can. But I'm not the one as the opener who starts that process. When I open either 1 no or 2 no, it's not me, the opener, who does the heavy lifting. I don't have extra length in a major suit, or I would have bid a major suit. You, responder, have to start the process of finding our way to a major suit if we have one. It's on your shoulders responder. So what you're telling partner when you open one no trump or two no trump is that out of a 40 high card point deck, if you open one no, you have 15, 16, or 17. If you open two no, you have 20 or 21. And that's a huge amount of points in either case. And so what you want your responder to do is to begin thinking immediately how the best way to use those high card points with her own responding hand. Now, before I get to the responder, I want to say a word about the opponents. If I'm the opener and I open one no trump and the player to my left is the opponent, does the opponent ever bid after my one no trump opening? Well, essentially, if I open one no, the opponent has to have basically equivalent strength to my one no trump opening hand. And if the opponent doesn't have that, it's not usually a good idea at all for an opponent to get into the auction. It could get really messy for the opponents. We could leave them in a place they should not be. And when they don't make their contract, they're not going to go down just a little bit for a very happy negative score. They're going to go down a lot. And minus 2,200 is character building as a score. So opponents, if I've opened one no, you need equivalent strength to my no trump hand to get into the auction. And that's a whole other conversation that we'll have down the road. If I've opened two no trump, don't even try it. You will not have equivalent strength to my 20 or 21 high card point hand. Just play defense. So therefore, most of the time, opponents, you'll be passing when there's a one no trump or two no trump opening hand. Down the road, we'll talk a little bit about how to interfere over a one no trump opener. There are some tools that opponents can use, not over a two no trump opener. So opponents, most of the time, just be prepared to pass after a one no or two no opener on your right. So now we come to the responder, to the no trump opener. Responder, you are the star of the show in every no trump auction. You're in charge. Why is that? Why is it responder's job? Well, when I open no trump, everybody at the table knows what I have. If I open one no trump, everybody knows I have 15 to 17. If I open two no trump, everybody knows I have 20 or 21. And during the course of the auction, my no trump opening hand is not going to change because I'm so flat, so balanced. I'm really not going to have anything extra to add. I have a static shape. I'm not going to have significant shortness anywhere, and therefore I am not going to be adding distribution as the auction goes on, hardly ever. It's possible I could add 1 point for a doubleton, maybe, depends on the kind of doubleton. But honestly, my hand as a no trump opener is not going to change. Responder, however, nobody at the table knows what you have in your hand except you. You could have any shape at all. You could be wildly misshapen. You could have tons of points in your hand. You are in charge, responder, in no trump auctions because you're the unknown in the partnership. You're the one who has to figure out the best way of using my balanced no trump opening hand to our best partnership advantage. Okay? So we want to talk about two areas for responder in this lesson. We want to talk about natural responding, and we want to talk about the Stayman convention. And I'm going to talk about this natural responding first because it's the basis for all the other bidding when we talk about responder opposite a no trump opening. So let's talk about natural responding. What is natural responding to a no trump opener? Regardless of whether I have opened one no or two no, you make a natural response when you do not have at least 4 cards in a major suit. We will talk in a few minutes about the Stayman convention, and that's when a responder needs a 4 and only 4 card major. I will talk in our next lesson about the Jacoby transfer bid, and that's when a responder has 5 or more cards in a major. And we're going to talk about Stayman in this lesson. We'll talk about Jacoby in our next lesson. So when a responder does not have at least 4 cards in a major suit, responder will bid naturally. That means responder will bid a level of no trump or will pass. Okay? Responder, you have to remember that the goal for game and no trump is 25 high card points, and game is the 3 level, 3 no trump. So what does responder need to get to game? Opposite partner's no trump opening. Well, let's talk about partner opening 1 no trump with 15, 16, or 17 high card points. If that's true, responder, to get to 25 points, you need 10 high card points. Does that make sense? Your 10 points, opposite openers 15 to 17, 25 points. If you have a little less than 10 high card points, you have 8 or 9 high card points, responder, you have almost enough high card points, opposite partners 15 to 17, to get to 25. You have the invitational level in no trump. And so that would be a 2 no trump bid by the responder. And if you had 0 to 7 points in your hand, responder, and no major suit to show me, you have no help for the partnership. You should not make things harder for the opener. You should pass with your 0 to 7 high card points in this case when responding naturally. So 10 points, opposite a 1 no trump opener, you go right to game, 3 no trump. 8 or 9 points is the invitational level, you go to 2 no trump. 0 to 7 high card points, opposite a 1 no trump opener, you pass. But now let's talk about the 2 no trump opener. One of the things that's true about the 2 no trump opening bid and its auction is that it goes a lot faster, because you just don't need very much to get to a game. If your partner opens 2 no trump with 20 or 21 high card points, then responder needs 4 high card points for a game. So if you're bidding naturally and partner opens with 2 no, and you have 4 high card points, responder, or more, you bid 3 no. If you have 0 to 3 high card points, you're done. You're passing. You don't have enough. And some people are going to say to me, are you sure 4 high card points? What if the opener has only 20? Well, that's possible. But when an opener, one person, has 20 or 21 high card points out of a 40 high card point deck, those 20 or 21 points are actually worth a smidge more, because the remaining 20 high card points are now split among 3 remaining players. None of those 3 players usually has very much power in their hands. If you're splitting the remaining 20 points among 3 other people, and if those people get roughly their fair share, then they can't do much. It's the 20 to 21 point hand that can do more. Not only do you have the high cards, but once you play your high cards, now your 9s and your 10s and your 8s start winning tricks. You have so much backup behind your high cards that even middle spot cards can easily win more tricks. You can take an extra trick or 2 with your middle cards. So 4 high card points are absolutely enough, responder, if your partner opens 20 or 21 2 no trump. So let's walk through some hands where we see natural responding in place, and we're going to start off with a 1 no trump opening sequence and eventually move to 2 no. So let's start off with 1 no trump, and this is hand 1 in your packet. South is our dealer. South has, and it shows you the high card points down here. South has 15 to 17 high card points, and that is a balanced hand. Take a good look at that hand. Remember, a 5 card minor suit followed by 3, 3, 2 as the shape is a balanced hand for a no trump opening. So with 5 card minor, 3, 3, 2, and 15 to 17 points, South, you should open 1 no trump. Now, we said a few minutes ago, and I'll repeat it, West, you need a hand equivalent to the strength in the 1 no trump opening hand to even think about getting into the auction, and West has 7 high card points. Pass. Now we come to North's responding hand. North, the first thing you want to do is look for length in a major suit. Just because I've opened 1 no doesn't mean I don't want to play in a major suit. We love major suit fits, and we are always trying to get ourselves to a major suit fit, but it is responder who will have to start that process. So responder, for you to even think about veering off toward a major suit, you would have to have at least 4 cards in a major suit. If you had 4 cards, and only 4 cards in a major, you would think about the Stayman bid, which we'll talk about in a little while in this lesson. If you had 5 or more cards in a major suit, you would bid the Jacoby transfer, which is our next lesson. But if you look at North's hand here, North does not have any length in either major suit, does not have at least 4 cards in either one. So if North does not have any length in a major suit, we're not going to play in a major suit. Remember we said responder was in charge of the auction? Responder, if you don't have 4 cards or more in a major suit, there will not be a major suit fit. Remember, South's no trump opening hand does not have a 5-card major. It's possible South has a 4-card major, and it's only if responder also has a 4-card major that there's even a hope of finding an 8-card major suit fit. It is responder who has to begin that process. But without a 4-card major, North, you're not going to have anything you can work towards in a major suit. So you do not have a major suit to offer. We are not going to play in a major suit. We are going to play in no trump. And now, responder, you have to look at your points. If you had 0 to 7 high card points, you would not be able to help the 15 to 17 opener very much at all, and you would pass. If you had 8 or 9 high card points, North, you would have an invitational point count opposite South's 15 to 17 points, almost enough points to get to 25, and you would bid almost game and no trump, 2 no trump. But with 10 or more game, going, responding points opposite 15, 16, 17, North, you know there are 25 points. You have 11, and South has 15, 16, or 17. Now, there's not going to be a major suit game, but there is a no trump game, and your job, North, right now is to get there. 3 no trump. And that's where this contract will be played. 3 no trump by South. Okay? Let's take a look at another natural responding situation opposite a 1 no trump opener. I'm going to go look at board 3 in your packet. South, take a look at what you have here. I see a 4-4-3-2 shape. That's a balanced hand. You have 16 high card points. You meet the criteria, so you open 1 no trump. And again, West, you would have to have an equivalent hand to get into the auction. You don't have that, so you should pass West as the opponent. North, we come to your responding hand. First thing you look for is length in a major suit. You would need at least 4 cards to make a Stayman convention bid. You would need at least 5 cards to make a Jacoby transfer bid. Both of those conventional bids would be taking the partnership on a hunt for a major suit fit. You have neither of those things, North. You do not have length in a major suit, okay? Now, again, responders in charge of no trump auctions, and if we don't have a major suit length in responder's hand, there will not be a major suit fit. North does have length in a minor suit, the diamond suit, right? Right. Should North bid that diamond suit somehow? No, absolutely not. We will discuss later on in all of these no trump lessons when a responder might consider playing in a minor suit because of its length. It rarely happens, almost never. We will discuss the very specific circumstances when it happens, but this ain't it. No, no, no. This isn't it. Minor suits score badly. No trump contracts score well. It would be really helpful if that diamond suit between North, South, and South's hand, North and South's hand, could win a bunch of tricks and diamonds while playing in a no trump contract. No trump contracts score well. So see if you can use that diamond suit just to run down tricks, just to win tricks in diamonds while playing in no trump. Now, if that's the case, North, you have to then think about your point count. You have 0 to 7 high card points. That doesn't help. You would really need 8 or more invitational responding points to naturally respond back at another level of no trump. With 8 or 9 high card points, you could bid 2 no trump. With 10 high card points, you could bid 3 no trump. With 0 to 7, you should pass. Let partner play in 1 no trump. Remember, when your partner opens 1 no trump responder, you're not forced to bid. There's no forcing on the responder's part when partner opens 1 no trump. And so if I were North, I would pass. I have 0 to 7 points. There's no distribution that you're adding. We're playing in no trump. There's no distribution in no trump. And so South will play this hand in 1 no trump. All right. Now, what if the opener did not start with 1 no trump, but instead started the auction in 2 no trump? I'm going to remind you that when we're talking about natural responses, responder, you need just 4 high card points to get to a game, right? Partners holding 20 or 21 high card points. There's 20 points divided among the other 3 players. And that means that the 20 to 20 high card point player really does have a little more power. Her hand is worth a little more than 20 or 21. Therefore, 4 high card points are plenty, responder, for you to say, ooh, we've got a game somewhere. So let's look at board 4. On board 4, you see the point counts down here, and South is our dealer. South has a 4-3-3-3 shape, completely flat, completely balanced. 20 to 21 points. This is a 2 no trump opener. Again, West, I'm going to remind you, West, you would need a hand equivalent to a 2 no trump opener to consider overcalling. You would need a hand equivalent to 20 or 21 points. It's not going to happen, is it? No. Now we move to North's responding hand. North, your partner has opened 2 no trump showing 20 or 21 high card points. You, responder, only need 4 high card points to get to a game. And if we were talking about something called Stayman, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes, you would need 4 cards in a major suit. Next week, when we talk about Jacoby, you would need 5 or more cards in a major suit. But if you look at North's hand, North does not have length in either major suit. Now, responder is in charge of this no trump auction. Since responder does not have length in one of the major suits, we're not playing in a major suit fit. So what can North responding hand think about? Well, without a major suit fit possibility, North responding hand is going to bid naturally. What that means is bidding a higher level of no trump or passing. Now remember, North only needs 4 points to get to a game, and North has 7 high card points. Opposite South's 20 or 21 high card points, we've got a game. So what game is North going to bid? 3 no trump. Right, 3 no trump. See, the no trump auction is shorter, isn't it? It's less conversation. You're already starting so high. So South can play in 3 no trump. And again, even when your partner opens in 2 no trump, you're not forced to bid, responder. All right. So when we're talking about natural responses to no trump, it is a bidding either a level of no trump or passing. And it's going to be based on, first of all, the fact that you don't have length, responder, in a major suit. So that takes major suits off the table. And then it's based on your point count opposite whatever opener bid. If opener starts in 1 no trump with 15 to 17 points, responder, you need 10 points to get to 25. And if you have that, you would bid 3 no. 8 or 9 is almost enough for 25. You would bid 2 no. And with 0 to 7 points responding naturally, you would pass. If your partner opens 2 no, then this is a much shorter conversation. because you, responder, need 4 high card points. And if you have that and you're responding naturally, you go right to 3 no, 0 to 3 points, you are passing. So natural responding is when you are going to bid a level of no trump or pass. And you're doing that because, responders, you do not have enough values in a major suit to go on the hunt for a major suit fit. So that's where we want to shift gears now. We want to talk about the first of the concepts about shifting over to a major suit. And we're going to start with something called the Stayman convention. Now, many of you have already learned the Stayman convention. Maybe you remember all the pieces to it. Maybe you don't. Maybe this is the first time you're hearing it. Let's see if we can put the pieces together. So the Stayman convention is a way for a responder to show a 4 and only 4 card major suit in the responding hand. Not 5 cards, not 3 cards. 4 and only 4 cards in a major suit. Yes, it is possible for a responder to have 2 of these, both hearts and spades, but 4 and only 4 cards in each major suit. You are also, responder, asking the opener in the same process whether or not the opener has a 4-card major in the no trump hand. Because if you, responder, have a 4-card major and the opener's no trump hand started with a 4-card major and it's the same major, well, you found an 8-card major suit fit for a trump suit. Yay. Now, the Stayman convention is an artificial bid. A convention in bridge is a coded message, a coded bid. It doesn't mean its face value when you make the bid. It is a way for the responder and the opener to have a conversation without, at least initially, naming the actual suit they are interested in. Well, why wouldn't you want to just name the suit you're interested in? Aha! There are reasons. Why would we use this artificial bidding mechanism? Let's just focus on Stayman. We'll talk more about this, why we do this, again next lesson when we talk about Jacoby. In the case of Stayman, one of the things you want to remember is that when your partner opens 1 no or even 2 no, that player usually holds the most high card points at the table, right? 15 to 17 or 20 to 21. Certainly, the 1 no trump or 2 no trump opener usually holds most of the points in the partnership. Usually, responder doesn't have as many points as a 1 no trump or 2 no trump opener. So if one player has all the beans, all the high card points, we want to protect that player when we can. And in bridge, a player who names a potential trump suit first becomes the declarer, right? And the declarer gets to hide their hand from the opponents. If the responder names a potential trump suit, major suit, responder would become declarer, hiding that hand from the opponents. And it would mean that the 1 no trump opener's great big point count hand goes down on the table as the dummy. And that means the opponents get to see all of our best points. They get to see where our best cards are. It is not a good idea to show the opponents all your best cards. It helps them. They get to decide how high to play during the play of the hand in any given suit. They might be able to hold on to an ace or a king longer by getting away with playing a jack or a 10. So we always like to, whenever possible, hide the larger point count hand from the opponents. And the way you do that is to make sure the larger point count hand becomes declarer. And that means that player has to name trump suits, has to be the first one to name it, right? We need to make sure that the 1 no trump or 2 no trump opener is the one who names any potential trump suits. So therefore, responders, you need to use techniques to force opener to name a major suit that you, responder, are interested in. We're going to use some magic. We're going to use some wizardry, some sorcery to get the opener, the big point count hand, to name a major suit. So how does this work? What responder's going to do is ask opener a question. Do you have a 4-card major, opener? Because my responding hand does, and I'm really, really hoping we can find a 4-4 fit in the same major suit. That's the question that responder's asking, but responder's going to ask it in a very concise way using a particular bid. The responder uses the club suit for this Stayman convention. If I open 1 no, responder's bid is 2 clubs to ask me, the opener, if I have a 4-card major. If I open 2 no, responder will just bid clubs 1 level higher, 3 clubs, to ask me, the opener, do I have a 4-card major? The club suit is the way that responders bid this Stayman convention, asking the Stayman question. So let's look at the 1 no trump opening process first. Your partner opens 1 no. What do you, responder, need to bid the Stayman convention to get the opener to name a major suit? Well, the first thing you need is 8 or more high card points. You must have at least an invitational point count opposite a 1 no trump opener. Why? Because as this auction continues, we will not be stopping the auction anytime lower than at least an invitational level. I have 15 to 17 when I open. You need at least 8 points. That is the invitational level opposite a 1 no trump opener. As this auction continues, as we keep conversing, the auction will not stop below some kind of invitational level. So therefore, responder, you must have invitational responding points. And then you also need, responders, 4 and only 4 cards in a major suit. You could have 2 4 and only 4 card major suits. That would be fine. But you don't have more than 4 cards. If you have 5 or more cards, next lesson, we'll talk about the Jacobi transfer. So your partner opens 1 no trump. You respond 2 clubs. It does not mean you like clubs. You don't have to have a club in your hand. This bid is asking a specific question of the no trump opener. Do you have a 4-card major in the opening hand? I also want you to notice that if you look at a bidding ladder, 2 clubs is the very next bid up the bidding ladder from 1 no trump. So what we're doing is inching our way up to have a conversation. We're not going to jump all over the place. We're going to have a quiet conversation that moves slowly up the bidding ladder and conveys specific information. So now, opener. The auction comes back to you, and you are required to answer the Stayman question. And there are only 3 answers when your partner bids 2 clubs Stayman. So 1 no by the opener, 2 clubs by the responder. Opener, do you have a 4-card major? Because I do. Opener, here are your 3 answers. 2 diamonds. Notice that's right above 2 clubs. Thank you for asking. My 1 no trump opening hand does not have a 4-card major. That's possible. Just because you open 1 no trump doesn't mean you have a 4-card major. I don't have a 4-card major in my opening no trump hand. I'm going to let you, responder, decide just how high to bid now, because you're going to return to no trump since we didn't find a major suit fit. Or another answer for the opener is 2 hearts. Thank you for asking, responder. My 1 no trump opening hand does have a 4-card heart suit. And sort of out of the side of her mouth, the opener is saying, I might also have 4 spades, but I'm always going to show my hearts first. I don't want to miss a heart fit. And if the opener answers 2 spades, opener saying, thank you for asking. I have 1 4-card major, and it's the spade suit. Okay? Only these 3 answers. Opener never, ever rebids 2 no or 3 no to answer Stayman. Never, never. Okay? It's not opener's job to go back to no trump. Opener answers 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, or 2 spades. Those are the only choices. All right, so opener bids 1 no, responder bids 2 clubs. Opener answers the Stayman question one of those 3 ways. What does responder do next? Well, the auction's not over. Responder had to have at least 8 high card points to bid Stayman, right? Right? We said that earlier. Before this auction ends, we're going to get to at least the invitational level, if not higher. That'll depend on whether we have a fit that we get to a suit contract or whether we don't have a fit in a major suit and we'll play in no trump. But we're not there yet because the last bid made was 2 clubs and that was artificial. This auction's not over. All right. So 2 clubs by the responder. Opener answered the question. But when opener answers the question, it's either 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, or 2 spades. None of those is an invitational level bid, opposite a no trump opener. So now we continue. Okay. It's so important. I need you to make sure that you get this. Responder needed to have 8 high card points at least to bid Stayman. Before this auction ends, we have to get to at least an invitational level in a suit or in no trump. So, responder, did your opening partner answer the Stayman question with 2 diamonds? Remember that says, I don't have a 4-card major in my opening hand. Well, if that's the case, responder, your job is to go back to no trump. Now, you're not counting distribution. There's no known fit. 8 or 9 high card points is invitational. Bid the invitational 2 no trump. 10 or more high card points, bid the game 3 no trump. Did the opener answer 2 hearts or 2 spades? A suit. Well, now it will depend on whether or not responder has a fit with the suit that opener answers. If there's a fit, great, add distribution. And now you're going to bid in the suit. With 8 or 9 points, you bid the invitational level. And in the suit, major suit, it's the 3 level, 3 hearts or 3 spades, depending on what your fit is. If you have 10 or more points, responder, to go with 15, 17, and you have a fit in a major suit, get to game, 4 hearts or 4 spades. Now, what if opener did answer 2 hearts or 2 spades, but responder does not have a fit with opener's answer? Then you have to assume there's no fit at all. If opener did not show you your suit, responder, there is no known fit and you return to no trump. So we've got a lot going on. Let's see if we can put some of this together. We're going to start with 1 no trump opening hands, all right, and talk about Stayman. So let's take a look at board 5 in your packet. On board 5, South, you have the point count right down here. South has 15 to 17 high card points, has a 4-3-3-3 shape, balanced hand, opens 1 no. West, remember, you have to have a hand that is equivalent in strength to the no trump opener, and you don't have that, West. You have 9 points, pass. And now we go to North. North, take a look at your hand. You have 2, 4, and only 4 card major suits. It's okay to have 2 of them as long as they are not longer than 4 cards each. So this could be a Stayman convention bid, but North, you have to have enough high card points in order to bid Stayman. You would need at least 8 high card points. You have 9. Fantastic. So you want to bid Stayman to ask South if there's a 4-card major in the no trump hand. How does North do that? How does North convey that North is searching for a major suit fit? So this is the Stayman convention. When your partner opens 1 no, you must have 8 or more high card points and only 4 cards in 1 or 2 major suits. So the bid you make, North, is 2 clubs. Okay. Then after East passes, what South is going to say is, what is North trying to tell me? North is asking a question of the opener. North's responding hand is saying, do you have a 4-card major in the no trump opening hand? I have a 4-card major in the responding hand, and I'm really hoping we can find a 4-4 major suit fit and use it as a trump suit. So South, you must answer the Stayman question. Now, North is not showing a club suit when she bids 2 clubs. North doesn't care about clubs even if North has clubs. North is asking a question with the 2-club bid. South, does your 1 no trump opening hand have a 4-card major? Yes, you do. So South, your job is to show that 4-card spade suit at the very next available place to confirm that what you have is a 4-card major and it's spades. And so South rebids 2 spades. Now, when the auction comes back to North, you decide what happens next. We are not yet at an invitational level, right? The invitational level in a suit is the 3 level. The invitational level in no trump is 2 no trump. So North has to bid again. So North, you say to yourself, aha, I have 4 spade cards to go with South's 4 spade cards. There is a spade fit. We're going to use spades as our trump suit. North adds 1 distribution point for the club doubleton. And as long as North has at least 10 responding points, opposite South's 15 to 7, and a spade fit, North should bid the spade game. And that's how we get to a major suit fit using Stayman. Now, who becomes declarer? It's South's big no trump hand, isn't it? Because the Stayman convention got the no trump hand to bid spades first. And that's the beauty of the Stayman convention. Let's take a look at hand 6 together. Now, South is our dealer. South has a 4-4-3-2 shape down here, has 15 to 17 high card points, and opens 1 no trump. West, again, you would have to have a strong hand to make an interference bid, and you don't have that. Pass. North, your responding hand should be on the search for a major suit fit. You would need a 4-card major. You have a 4-card heart suit. You would need at least 8 high card points, and you have 9. This is the Stayman convention. You don't want to name your hearts suit, North. You want South's bigger point count hand to name hearts. So you're going to use the Stayman convention by bidding 2 clubs. Opener, do you have a 4-card major? I do. And after East passes, South must answer the question. Now, South has 2 4-card majors in the no trump opening hand. How does South know which suit to answer? Well, we always answer Stayman by bidding up the line. If the opener has 4 hearts and 4 spades, opener always answers hearts. You don't want to miss a heart fit if that's in fact where responder has her length. I know the spades look a little prettier, but don't be fooled. You've got to trust the process. So South should answer 2 hearts. And when we come back to North, you are thrilled. There is a heart fit. South mentioned your major suit. So now you get to add some distribution points. You have at least 10 points, and you should get to 4 hearts. And notice who becomes declarer. It is South's hand, the big point count hand, who becomes declarer in 4 hearts because South mentions hearts first. Let's go look at board 8. South is our dealer. South has 15 high card points, 4-4-3-2, opens 1 no. West is going to pass because she doesn't have that kind of strength she would need. Now let's look at North's hand. North has a 4-card heart suit. North has 8 or more high card points. North is going to bid the Stayman convention 2 clubs to ask South if there's a 4-card major in the no trump hand. Now, South must answer the question. South has a 4-card spade suit. So South answers 2 spades. Thank you for asking. After West passes, North is not happy. North does not have 4 spade cards. Should North somehow show the hearts now? And the answer is absolutely not. No. Remember this. If South had 4 hearts and 4 spades in the no trump opening hand, just like on our last example, South would have bid the hearts to bid up the line if South had 4 hearts and 4 spades. So since South did not bid hearts and bid spades instead, the no trump opening hand does not have 4 heart cards, right? There is no point in showing the hearts. South will not have 4 heart cards. So now what are you going to do, responder? You could continue bidding in your suit if there had been a fit. If South had said hearts, we'd be fine. You'd keep bidding in hearts. But you don't have a known fit, which means responder. Without a known fit, you return to no trump. And you don't add distribution without a known fit. You have 9 invitational high card points. That's a 2 no trump rebid. And now we are at the invitational level in no trump. We had to get to at least invitation. South, the auction does come back to you. You're very sad as well. You know there won't be a major suit fit. The partnership is going to play in no trump. But how do you know how high to bid? Well, South, you have 15 high card points. North's responding hand is promising you 8 or 9 invitational points. There's no distribution here, right? There's no known fit. There's no path to 25 points. And so if I were South, I would pass. If you had 17 points South, I would go to 3 no. If you had 16 points, well, you'd have to decide to go to 3 no or pass. But with 15 points, opener, opposite 8 or 9, you don't have 25 points. So South is going to play this in 2 no, and South becomes declare because South mentioned no trump first. Let's go look at board 9. South is our dealer. 4-3-3-3, 15 to 17 points. South opens 1 no. West is going to pass, and we come to North. North, I see 2 4-card majors in your hand. Nice. I see at least 8 high card points. South is going to bid 2 clubs, Stayman. North is going to bid 2 clubs, Stayman, excuse me. South, you have to answer the question. But if you look at South's hand, there's no 4-card major here, is there? You still have to answer the question, though, South. Your answer is 2 diamonds. Thanks for asking. My no trump opening hand does not have a 4-card major. I'm going to let you, responder, decide how high to bid in no trump. And so when it goes back to North, you're not going to show the major suits. You already asked the question, and South rejected it. South said, I don't have a 4-card major, so there's no 8-card major suit fit in either suit. We're playing in no trump. Your job, North, is to go back to no trump, no distribution, and you're going to go with the appropriate high card point level. You have at least 10 responding points opposite South's 15 to 17. You should go to 3 no trump. And that's where we're going to play. Now, I want to do one more Stayman hand with a 1 no trump opener, but it is a hard one. Are you ready? I'm not expecting everybody to grasp this. I want you to see possibilities. Are you ready? Here's hand 10 from your packet. South is our dealer. 15, 16, 17 high card points. 4, 4, 3, 2. Opens 1 no trump. West is going to pass. And North, we look at your responding hand. Now, North, I see a 4-card spade suit. I see at least 8 high card points, which means you can bid Stayman. 2 clubs. South, does your no trump opening hand have a 4-card major? Now, when we come back to South, you have to ask yourself this question. You have to say to yourself, how do I know what suit to bid? I have 2 4-card majors. Remember, you have to bid up the line. And that means you always show the heart suit, even if you liked spades better, South. What if North's major suit is hearts? You don't want to miss a fit. So you should bid 2 hearts, South. So far, so good. And now the auction is going to go back to North's responding hand. Now, North, you're disappointed. You don't have 4 heart cards. What you have are 4 spade cards. Should you bid the spades now? And the answer is absolutely not. No, 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 no. Let's recap what you're supposed to do when there's no known fit. If the answer by the opener is either 2 hearts or 2 spades, and it is not your suit, responder, you don't have a fit with whatever opener chose, you return to no trump. 8 or 9 high card points, you go to 2 no. 10 or more high card points, you go to 3 no. It doesn't matter whether the opener's answer was 2 diamonds I don't have a major, or whether it was one of the majors and that major's not your major suit responder. When responder does not have a fit with the answer that the opener gives for Stayman, responder returns to no trump. So now, North, you don't have a heart fit with opener's hearts. You return to no trump, no distribution, high card points only. You have 10 or more game going responding points. That's enough for a game in no trump. And so you bid 3 no. But now the auction does return to South. South, you still have to be thinking, do you trust me? Do you trust the process? What does South know as the 1 no trump opener from the auction so far? Well, the first thing South knows is that North's responding hand must have a 4-card major. How does South know that? Because North bid Stayman. North would not have bid Stayman unless North had 8 or more high card points and a 4-card major, right? So we know that North's responding hand must have a 4-card major somewhere. The second thing we know is that North's responding hand rejected South's heart offer by returning to no trump. And that means North does not have 4 spades. But North bid Stayman. 4 hearts, excuse me. North bid Stayman. Therefore, number 3 is North's responding hand must have 4 spade cards, right? How did you do on that one? If North bids Stayman as responder, North has a 4-card major. If North rejects the choice that opener gives him by returning to no trump, therefore, responder must have the other major. So South answered 2 hearts to bid up the line, but South also has 4 spade cards in the no trump opening hand. Therefore, South knows right now that the partnership must have an 8-card spade fit. So what should South do now? I would not play in 3-no if I know we have a spade fit. How about we correct the auction from the game in no trump to the game in 4 spades? Why? Why not just stay in 3-no? Because if we have an 8-card major suit fit, we should play in the fit as a trump suit. The trump suit will usually take 1 extra trick because of the power of trump than it will take with that same hand in 3-no trump. You're more likely to take 10 tricks in 4 spades and only 9 tricks in 3-no trump. Your scoring will be better. So South needs to correct to 4 spades, and that's where they're going to play this. Now, here's the best part. Who becomes declarer in the 4-spade contract? Yeah, the big point count hand, the no trump opener, because South is the one who named spades first. And that's why responder, when South offers you hearts and you don't like it, you don't bid your spades. You don't want to become a declarer. You return to no trump. And if South also has 4 spades, South will find her way there. You should be exhausted, right? I'm going to do just a little bit more with 2 no trump openers, but here's the good news. It's going to go faster because there's not much to bid once you open at 2-no. So if your partner opens 2-no with 20 or 21 high card points, responder, if you're going to bid Stayman, you have to have 4 game going points. That's it. 4 points. You have to have it. And you have a 4 and only 4-card major. If you had 5 or more cards, that's next lesson, Jacoby. So let's do 1 or 2 here with the 2 no trump opener. Ready? South has 21 high card points. 4, 4, 3, 2. Opens 2-no. West, you're not doing anything, West, right? You're not going to have 20 points opposite South's 20 points. Pass. Now, North, you're the responder. You have a 4 and only 4-card major suit, spades. You have the qualification for Stayman if you have enough high card points. And opposite a 2 no trump opener, you only need 4 high card points. You have 6. Great. You should bid the club suit as Stayman. But look, now we're going to be a level higher. You have to bid 3 clubs up the bidding ladder. Still means Stayman, opposite a no trump opener. South, you're going to answer the question, do you have a 4-card major? Well, Your answers are also going to be on the 3 level. Everything's just 1 level higher. If you don't have a 4-card major, you answer 3 diamonds. If you have 4 hearts, you answer 3 hearts. If you have 4 spades, you answer 3 spades. South has 4 spade cards. So therefore, South, your answer is 3 spades. And North, do you have a fit? You certainly do. You don't have any distribution to add, but you have at least 4 responding points, and that's enough for a game. And you have a spade fit. Get there. 4 spades. Okay, let's do just one more. South has 21 high card points, 4, 4, 3, 2, opens 2 no. West is passing, and North, we come to you. You have a 4-card major. It is the spade suit, but you only have 1 lousy high card point. You have a 4-card major for Stayman, but you have a point requirement you have to meet as well, right? If you don't have 4 high card points, you don't have Stayman. You do not have enough to bid as a responder opposite South's 2-no trump opener. You should not bid. Don't bid and mislead your partner. North should pass. Okay? Responder, you're not required to bid when your partner opens no trump at any level. And East is going to pass. And that's where we're going to end up. So there's a lot of stuff to think about when we think about natural responding and Stayman. In theory, a lot of this is review for you. But if it is new for you, that's why I gave you the practice packet so you could continue to go through things. So look over those practice examples. Send me an email before class if you have questions. I'm very happy to answer them. This will take us some time, but we're laying the groundwork for a whole lot of other responding bids opposite a 1-no trump and 2-no trump opening hand. We have a lot more to cover in this series. This is where we begin, natural responding and Stayman. So if you have any questions, please feel free to send me a note. Otherwise, I'll see you in class.